I recently asked a simple question in my community. As a Christian, what are you struggling with the most right now? 230 people responded, and one answer stood out by a huge margin: lust, about 75%. And the interesting thing is this: you promised God you wouldn't do it again, and somehow you still do. Not because you're trying to lie to Him, but because you genuinely want to stop. Sometimes you stay away for a few days, and then something happens, maybe loneliness, stress, boredom, and you fall again. I would tell you reasons why you keep falling into lust, because once you understand the cause, it becomes easier to deal with it. Think about it like this. If someone keeps getting sick, you don't just treat the symptoms, you try to find the cause. And once you know it, healing becomes clearer. So let's talk about 4 reasons you keep falling into lust. Stick till the end, because even if the first one isn't you, one of the next ones might be.
Number 1, idleness. A lot of people don't plan to fall into lust. It usually happens in moments where nothing is really going on. You're just on your phone, scrolling, alone. Your mind is not focused on anything, and in that space, your thoughts start drifting. Even David shows us something similar in 2 Samuel verse 11. He was supposed to be at war, leading his men, but he stayed back. He's walking around, not really doing much, and in that moment, he sees Bathsheba. And that moment changes everything. It didn't start with the sin, it started with idleness. Because when your mind is not engaged, it will always try to fill the gap with something. Number 2. Friends that normalize it. When you're around people who joke about sexual things all the time, it slowly stops feeling like a big deal. At first, it even makes you uncomfortable, but over time, you start getting used to it. The same thing happens with what you watch online. You start thinking it's just content. Then slowly, it becomes normal, and before you realize it, your standards start shifting. That's when the thought comes in. Maybe I was taking it too seriously. Everyone does it. And once that mindset kicks in, it doesn't feel serious anymore.
Number 3, fighting it alone. You don't tell anyone because it feels embarrassing. You tell yourself it is personal. So you think, I should be able to handle this myself. And just like that, it becomes a private battle. But the problem with a private battle is that everything becomes heavier than it should be. Because everything is happening in your head with no support, no accountability. And over time, that isolation makes the struggle stronger. That's why James 5 verse 16 says, "Confess your sins to one another and pray for one another, that you may be healed." Healing doesn't always happen in silence. Sometimes it starts when you finally bring it into the light. And this doesn't mean telling everyone. It means finding 1 or 2 trusted, godly people who can actually walk with you. Number 4, the pleasure trap. The pleasure trap is what happens when something feels good in the moment, but slowly pulls you into a cycle that becomes harder to break. Our brain is wired to chase what feels good and avoid what feels uncomfortable. So anything that gives quick relief or excitement, even if it's not good for you, starts to feel like something you go back to. And that's how lust traps many of us without us even realizing it. It feels like relief from stress, escape from boredom, comfort from loneliness.
James 1 verses 14 to 15 explains it clearly. We are tempted when we are drawn away by desire, and when desire grows, it eventually leads somewhere we didn't plan. In other words, it doesn't start as sin, it starts as desire. Then it grows step by step until it becomes something you can't control anymore. And after the moment passes, what often follows is guilt, emptiness, or regret. But instead of breaking the cycle, the mind starts reaching for the same thing again, just to feel okay, and the loop continues. If you've been struggling with this, I hope this helps you see it a bit more clearly.
And if none of these fully describe your situation, feel free to share in the comments. We can go deeper together. Because once you can identify the pattern, you can start breaking it. Don't just listen to this. Try to change one thing this week, even if it's small. And if you're serious about breaking the cycle, comment, "I'm breaking the cycle." And if you know someone stuck in this struggle, send this to them. It might be the thing that helps them finally see it differently.